Woody Johnson's stance on Tim Tebow. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Woody Johnson is a Tim Tebow guy. He's made it pretty clear in some interviews that he's done over the last several weeks, and really going back to March when they made the trade. Coaching staff wants Mark Sanchez right now, but I think if things continue to go south, I think Woody Johnson will try to exert some pressure and try to get Tebow into the lineup. The stadium was empty in the fourth quarter against the Niners. I think that really resonated with him. He called it completely unacceptable, that performance. And I think there will come a point where the public pressure will be so great that I think Woody will try to throw his weight around and get things changed.
That was Rich Samini. Christian, I'm going to have you go first. Tell me what you think.
Watching the clips of him blocking out of the backfield, it quite frankly just disgusts me. It is because he is too good of a football player, too good of a teammate, too good of a leader to be put in that position. And Tim Tebow is the only person in the NFL who would take on that role and not gripe about it. What do you want me to do, Coach? Put me in. What do you need me to do? I'll do it. Hey, I got all this attention. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And he means it.
You need me to gain 15 pounds?
I'll do it. I'll do it. I just want to win, okay? But you're demeaning his ability as a football player. You're embarrassing him. I'm so almost like disgusted by watching him run a flat route and having the ball fly over his head and him having no chance to catch it. Blocking a linebacker, cut blocking. He's a quarterback, okay? If you want to throw out a gimmick and try and give him some options and maybe disguise some things for the defense, well, let him throw the ball. Let him run the ball. Let him do anything. Completely against the way they're using him. I feel sorry for him. He's above it, but high five to him from here, buddy, by handling it the way that he is.
Okay, but now to Woody's suggestion or maybe influence, are you good with that?
You know what? As far as putting him in the game, what I don't want him to do is put him in and put him out. Put him in, put him out.
I'm with you.
Okay? Make a decision. Ride or die with him like the Broncos did. They said, listen, when we get to this point, we either have to ride it till he kills us or just stay away from it altogether. I think if they make the decision, then yes, they have to do it.
Okay, so now let's hear Rob say they should cut Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I didn't say all that, but I want to talk to Woody Johnson because I don't get it. Hello, NFL America. Wait a minute. Let me see. Are the Jets 0-4? Skip, or are they 2-2? Are they tied for the lead in the AFC East? Yes?
You like their chances?
No, not about this. All I'm asking you is the reaction is ridiculous. Yes, a lot of teams have lost to San Francisco and look pretty bad at it. Because you know what? Green Bay looked pretty bad at home against San Francisco.
I'm glad you admit that.
Well, I'm going to admit it.
Thank you.
So Green Bay's a good team. The Jets are just an average team. So with no weapons, no running game, and you expect what? Mark Sanchez to do what? I don't know.
Okay, you expect Tim Tebow to do what?
He couldn't do anything.
More. He could do more. Yes, he could.
It could be worse because I saw Tim Tebow's first game against the Lions when he took over. Skip, do you remember that game? Oh yeah, it was pretty bad.
Second game last year. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is back then when Denver made that move, the Broncos were 1-4, going nowhere. This team is 2-2 in the mix. Give Sanchez another week. Let's see what else is going on. And you got to get him more weapons and do a better job at play calling. I'm sorry. I don't like what I'm seeing.
Okay, but wouldn't you admit, Rob Parker, that with no Santonio and no Rivas, your best player on defense, and you're arguably your best player on offense, or at least second best player, you're not in dire straits here at 2-2 with Houston coming to town?
Yes, I agree, but I don't see Tebow as your savior. I just think that last year was a fluke. I will stay.
Who can do more with less? Who can achieve more with less? Sanchez or Tebow? Who can achieve more with less?
The stars were on line last year.
No, but
that's not
Sanchez and Tebow.
I don't believe
Forget about last year. Who can achieve more with less? If you're the coach,
if you have the right game plan to give him some more people to work with.
But they don't have more people. They just have the guys they have.
Why don't they?
They just have right now. They just have the guys they have.
Tim Tebow will not make that offense any better. If Tim Tebow played against the 49ers, it would have been 64-0 instead of 34. How's that?
Okay, let me answer the original question about Woody Johnson. Rob Parker. If Woody wants headlines and buzz and sort of fake intrigue, phony intrigue, I'm out. If he wants to win and turn the season around, and I think it is in dire straits right now, this team is on a silver platter for Tim Tebow. And my friend, my good friend Rob Parker, would never give me credit last year for saying the Denver Broncos were on a silver platter at 1-4, even at 1-3 for Tim Tebow. This is what he does. He ignites, he unites, he brings all together, and all of a sudden you start looking at it, and it goes from we have no hope to we believe. This guy's. Okay, what happened? What did
Let me bring this to you because I hear you, and you can make your claim with Tim Tebow. You can beat your chest. No,
what did I say?
This guy had no job in the NFL for all the stuff you talk about and believe in and the miracles he created. Nobody wanted him. Okay?
Whose fault is that?
No, but
that's everybody's fault.
No, so everybody in the NFL is wrong because nobody wants a quarterback who beat the highly touted and great defensive Pittsburgh Steelers in a playoff game, Christian. Yet nobody wanted him.
Okay, no, wait. Don't go nobody.
Nobody wanted him.
Okay, wait, time out. You're wrong.
Jacksonville is right?
Jacksonville and
nobody else
and
wanted him.
St. Louis. They both made overtures and they were in the mix.
Overtures?
Yes.
You're just telling me a guy who made all these miracles, who sold all these jerseys, who won a playoff game against Pittsburgh. Nobody wanted him as their starting quarterback.
Okay.
Why is that, Skip?
Okay.
He's no good.
I don't care. Okay, what did I tell you last year? What did I tell you? I predicted to you when he took over. I was put on the spot. What's he going to go? Well, give me a record. What's the rest of the way? And I said 7-4, and he went 7-4. You laughed. Everybody laughed at me, right?
Yes.
Because I never said he could make a Pro Bowl. I never said he was a big star. I just said he could win games with an undermanned football team. Because all of a sudden, and I loved your points, and I appreciate all your points as an ex-player because I've been trying unsuccessfully to make those same points. It's an embarrassment how they've used him so far as a decoy and a slot back and a punt protector and a fullback.
Why?
Because, you know what?
Rex Ryan doesn't see it?
They don't have any idea what they have right now. That's my biggest fear is that they don't have a clue. If you're gonna save the season, you have to give him the football team as the quarterback, and you have to let him run what he runs better than anybody in this league runs, the spread option.
And this is the thing. If you put him in there and they lose, what you will say and your excuse will be...
I won't make any
Yes, you will. No. Is that he doesn't have anything to work with. What do you expect? No Reeves, no Holmes. That will be your excuse.
Rob, last year in Denver, that was the 18th ranked defense in the league last year in Denver. It wasn't very good. They made plays. They lost to Brady. They gave up 41 and 45 to Tom Brady. They made plays.
You have revisionist history when you look.
No, I don't.
Here's what Tebow gives you. Okay, and you said it. Okay, at the point the Jets do decide to switch, okay, it's like a backup quarterback, a first-round draft pick, playing behind a older quarterback who kind of keeps the seat warm until the younger guy either gets it or the team is such in disarray they can't win enough games. They decide to put him in there because they know the season's over anyways. But what he does give you, if you get to that point, is hope. That's it. I'm not saying that he's the best thing ever, but he gives you hope that something could happen. I know, but if that does happen, I'm not saying it's going to happen now or maybe next week, but when the time comes, that's what he gives you. And that's not deniable.
Rob, are they going to beat the Houston Texans on Monday night?
They could be.
Well, are you going to predict it?
Well,
go ahead.
Right now,
go ahead. Wait, I forgot. This is the same Rob Parker, America, who bet me at dinner the Jets would start 4-0. Am I correct?
2-2.
2-2. Close enough. Close enough. No, I never eat the dinner. I always buy. But it's okay.
No.
It's all about pride. It's all about pride.
All right, well, let's